if you believe in God, four-letter word, KiDi. Delay is not denial. Glory be to God. I want to start my thank yous from MT Hitmaker, from introducing me to Ghana, to everybody that supported me, the journey, to the media, to my fans, to my family, to my friends, to every single person who has done something through my music. I appreciate you. To my baby boy Zane, to my mother. This one is especially for you, Mom. Tomorrow we shall celebrate. Ghana, thank you so, so much, my team. God bless Ghana. Thank you.
Indeed, delay is definitely not a denier. KiDi crowned Artist of the Year at the 23rd Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. Best New Artist goes to Black Sherif. Lyrical Joe wins Best Rap Performance of the Year. We are seated for a conversation on the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards that was held on May 6 and May 7, 2022 at the Grand Arena of the Accra International Conference Centre. Who won what and what did the celebrities wear? What is your assessment of the event? I am Benefo Boabin Abrantepa, and this is Bloggers Forum on GhanaWeb TV. Thanks for joining us. It's Bloggers Forum on GhanaWeb TV. We promise you a riveting conversation on this episode of the show. Now, normally, we'll have our guest begin the show with a Free Your Mind segment, then we go for Vogue, and then we do our main discussion. But today, we've had to begin with our reporters who covered the 23rd edition of the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards that was held on May 7 at the Grand Arena, Accra International Conference Centre. Elsie Lamar is host of Talkatainment. She is on the entertainment desk. Elsie, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm very well.
Nice one. Ofa home papa. And easy. Me home picture bina Nenebi Tony. When you were interviewing Nenebi, his eyes were focused on.
I know, right?
I asked him, he said, oh no, he was focused on the microphone.
Oh, Nenebi said the Biaba officer, he sees me in jackets. So it's actually the first time I went home some parts of my body.
Oh, oh, Nene. I wish the camera could capture Richard. The way also a camera will say it, you know, so catch it. Richard the DJ Saturday in a park because when he saw you, he did not even want to go home. Everett Irabna, the host of Vogue, yes. Everett, how are you doing?
I'm very good, and you?
Nice one. I'm good. I saw you happy, excited, elated.
I mean,
where are the other adjectives?
Also,
on the red carpet. And you're looking amazing.
Thank you very much. I tried.
Thank you. James Gardner, we borrowed your word. Don't worry. Normal. So, how was the coverage for you?
Well, overall, it was okay. There was an improvement in quite a number of things. In stage performances, all the artists that came to stage, they put on their A game. They put a lot of work in it, and you can see that it's not like the previous times that when they come to the stage, it's boring and all that. Like every performance I witnessed that night was actually dope. And in terms of stage setup, they did their best this time around. VGMAs, like Charlie Mebomo this time around. I don't know whether the criticisms got to them and the comparisons from 3 music awards. I don't know if that was some inspiration, but they really upped their game this time around. People were bringing all sorts of things on stage. The lightning was on point. Everything was solid.
I see. Rabna, is it the same for you?
It's the same for me. It's the absolute same for me. But on the red carpet, there was a little thing with entry on that side of things. So I had to stand in a line with a lot of celebrities, and it didn't do it for me at all because celebrities are supposed to have like that VIP treatment, like go in, sit down. Don't stand in a line with bloggers and presenters and all of that. And I was standing there, and one of the organizers comes and says, celebrities on this side, presenters on this side, standard on this side. And I'm like, what's going on here? Celebrities are supposed to have full entry, because without them on the red carpet, there's no red carpet, right? But all in all, it was amazing.
To add to what Irabna said, you said red carpet starts at 7 p.m. And then as at 8 p.m., you were yet to scan tickets. And then people were in their heels. People were actually sweating in their makeup. And the place was packed as at 8 p.m. And then you didn't allow them. Bisa KiDi was in the crowd. Quite a number of celebrities and their managers were also in the crowd with the people. They came to talk to the security that, to see if they can be, you know, granted access. And they were denied. They were there with everybody else until they came and they were like, standard here, premium here. And I don't know what that means. Even where they asked them to pass was heading straight into the auditorium and not on the red carpet. Organization was a bit poor on the red carpet. And then there wasn't enough space to accommodate everybody. And I don't know this, but those who were in charge of calling the artists and the celebrities for the main red carpet hosts to, I have a problem with what they were doing.
What did they do?
Because, for instance, I don't know how they planned on doing whatever or what their structure was, but if you are interviewing a celeb, maybe I'm from GhanaWeb, I'm speaking to a celebrity, and they come and stand right in front of you. I don't know whether they want you to end the interview abruptly so they can drag the celebrity to the main red carpet to speak with them. If for anything at all, you can wait. When they finish talking, you can actually have them move on to the main red carpet.
Oh, so if I get you, you are interviewing me.
Yes.
And they want me on the official red carpet.
Yes.
Then they will come and drag me.
And be whispering and be talking and be interrupting.
I'm running a live show. I'm running a live
I can, you know, actually, I don't know whether they want to pull them or they want to stop. I think if they had the power, they would have stopped the interview. But that's very bad.
I see.
Yeah.
So the one thing that those of us who watched from home, observed was that we could hear the director of the show communicating with the host, like who is next to perform. Giovanni, let's go. Like they do the countdown, and could you hear from where you were?
No.
So for you, the event was flowing.
It was
just like that. Okay.
The event was flowing well. At a point, it got boring,
How?
and I think that at some particular point in time, they didn't know what to do or who to come next. So when that happens, then they ask that they read social media reactions on stage, and you see Giovanni reading all that. But there were comments from people. I heard people speaking in the crowd saying that it made the show look like some fanfare. You know, it's
The
not.
audition did not work for them.
It kind of reduced the prestige attached to the VGMAs that we all know about. But I felt that at a point it saved the show a bit, because Giovanni had to be cracking little jokes here and there, and that's saved the
to also
show.
add to what Elsie said, I don't think it was a fanfare like what people were saying. I think it actually made it fun. I think they were trying to connect with us, the millennials, to make it fun for us to also engage into it. So that's the little I have to add.
At some point in time, when some of the artists were performing, I recall Stonebwoy, I think Black Sherif or so. There was a bit of delay, so the choreographers actually had to repeat whatever they were doing. What was happening?
At some point, we even thought he wasn't going to come. And we thought he was out of the country, and then this was just his performance. But then, I don't know, it was a long delay. They were going on and on and on and on, and everyone was frustrated in the crowd, like, where's Stonebwoy, where's Stonebwoy? Until, boom, he came out, and then, you know, it was
After
nice.
the performance, did any of the musicians who, you know, encountered these challenges, what was their demeanor? Did you see them react in a certain way? Or
No,
they were
we
okay
didn't
with
see.
it?
No, they were fine. From where we were sitting, we couldn't really see them. So
To add to
I
what
guess they were
Irabna
fine.
said, I don't know whether it's a style. I don't know why they do that, but I think it's deliberate.
Which one?
With the delay before they come to stage. I think it's just like to create some sort of suspense, because most of those things apply to A-list artists. They usually cause the delay, I don't know, to create some suspense, and they show up, yeah, this is Stonebwoy, yeah, this is... But I think they should just put a stop to it. We came there, we paid to watch you. So if you are coming on stage, come. If you want to create some delay, it shouldn't like last that much.
You don't like suspense?
I like suspense, but Chalet, Stonebwoy, when everybody is like, where's Stonebwoy, where's Stonebwoy?
But when he came out, you were like,
somewhere,
finally,
you know?
and you enjoyed it, right? So I guess
It worked.
the impact
So it worked for
was,
you?
Yeah, it worked for me. I was like, yes, that's my guy.
She's lying, she was worried.
No, I actually gave up at some point. I was always like, you come.
If you were rating the event, what would be how would you rate it?
Taking out the red carpet brouhaha, I'll give it a 9.
9?
Yes.
Over 10?
Yes.
I get examine and go for pass it
I
wrong.
swear.
I go on run of deck. Why? Elsie, what would be your rating?
I'll give it a 7 because of the fire incident too.
Oh, there was a fire incident.
Yeah.
It
What
wasn't
happened?
really an incident. It was just like a little spark
Okay.
where the...
Hey. She ran away.
Oh.
She got up from her seat. A little spark. Don't mind her. So
I
after
got up to go
KiDi
and drink water.
performed, after KiDi's performance, there was this, I think, flame effect that usually put on the artists when they are performing. So they didn't know at what point to quench it. And it was still there way after KiDi left the stage. So we all thought it was all part of it, but things were getting intense and we all started to smell smoke.
Yeah.
And people started getting up and then they
And then
started
the fire
leaving the
service personnel came
auditorium.
on stage to
And then the fire service personnel had to, and it took quite some time to quench
before.
the
Okay.
fire.
So those of us who were watching TV around that time, Giovanni and Sikao say were reading social media reactions. I heard him say, "Oh, that was like something like that was quick," and the fire people are taking, you know, what's the word? Like they are handling it. Yes, exactly. So thank you very much, Irabna Everett and Elsie Lama, for the report. And that's what happened at the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. If, in case you did not watch it, go to GhanaWeb.com or GhanaWeb TV and then get some visuals there, watch and, you know, update yourself. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll have our panelists, Romeo and then Black Pepper, join me as we analyze the 23rd edition of the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. It's Bloggers Forum on GhanaWeb TV. We'll be back shortly. And we are back. It's Bloggers Forum on GhanaWeb TV. I am Abrantepa. We are doing a review of the 23rd edition of the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. Joining me today, McDonald Naneo Asari, aka Romeo. He is an event organizer, artist manager, assemblyman for Medina Social Welfare, and he's a stage actor as well. Romeo, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Abrantepa.
Yeah, fine.
Nice
one. McDonald Naneo Asari, like I mentioned, is an artist manager, event organizer, Medina Social Welfare assemblyman. On the other side is Black Pepper, aka Mystic Mike of blackpepper.com. This man, why media in all angles. Thank you very much. Black, you're fine. Nice one. How was your weekend?
It was pretty okay, nothing out of the norm. It went well. Some rains as well.
Nice one. The VGMAs, your general assessment?
Well, for humans, they say when you hit your 40s, you might experience a midlife crisis. And for an awards show that has chalked 2 decades, one could say that the VGMA is also experiencing this midlife crisis situation, as it were. What I do not want to happen to the VGMA is for it to crumble under the weight of newcomers. When the 3 music awards displayed what they could do, many people were enchanted, and they cast aspersions on the VGMAs that could they measure up. And, but my mind goes back to ECRAG, the Arts Critics, Reviewers, Writers Association of Ghana. They used to hold, they were the creative arts awards platform for many, many years. Till virtually by 2007, it had lost steam. And then by then, Vodafone or Ghana Music Awards had taken the stage, had brought new innovation, and many people then were charmed by the allure of the Ghana Music Awards. And it appears the fate that befell ECRAG wants to befall the VGMAs with the arrival of the 3 music awards. But midlife crisis presents participants with the opportunity to spice things up. If it is that in the relationship, even with intimate partners, the spark has died down, has been lost, all that is needed is to spice things up, and then for many, they are able to get their mojo again. Some of the teething problems experienced as the fellow colleagues or journalists have espoused, these are things that should not be plaguing the VGMAs 2 decades on. You see, running schedule, queues, even for nominations, the queuing time, even for the host, sometimes the host also and all that. These things, if it's put to if proper attention is put to it, these things could easily have been ironed out for us not to experience these things. And I think the VGMA board or the Charter House has the opportunity to tap the best talents around. If it is the case that the fire has died down in the belly of some of the staff or some of the workers or whatever it is, they should look beyond, tap into some of these things, some of these personnel or professionals around. We've seen people, private productions, how stellar they've been. And so the VGMAs or Charter House should not let it be that with the emergence of other schemes, people's fears that they are on their way to demise should come to pass.
Romeo, how was it like watching the event from home?
Well, for me, I was taking cue, but not to belabor the point, as a practical event person, there are certain things that you can't take away from event setup. HA's work here, but your ability to be able to get back on track is what is necessary. I think they did that. But then again, over a decade, you should minimize such errors so that if you have a program of about 2 hours and maybe ends around, you end up going beyond maybe 2 hours, 10 minutes or 2 hours, 15 minutes, you are within that kind of minimal error space, which some of us will call the miscellaneous time. But when it happens that it's supposed to maybe it's a 2-hour show and then you end up doubling the hours, maybe 4 hours, then you are not a proper planner. This is because I realized some delays and they are working with machines. I think I remember three awards also had some HAs. Yeah. So all these things are not necessary. But when it has to do with the human efforts where things are supposed to be done at certain times and the delays are up and down, it becomes a problem. Sometimes you might not know, even a discussion with an artist to perform on stage has to do with maybe some kind of fulfillment of some agreement or something. Some will end up even begging at the last minute, And at the end of the day, it will depend on the artist as to whether to come or not. So some of these delays we understand. But something serious I didn't understand has to do with the fact that anybody who takes brands serious would really have an issue with what happened at the VGMA. One, there was a yellow cab on stage. And we know what brand interpretations are. And on the yellow cab, there was a sort of an opposing brand contact on it. Now, an artist, a performer, an award winner was clothed in quote-unquote sort of an opposing brand outfit. Okay, you don't choose his choice of outfit for him. But there are certain things, as an event planner, you should be able to audit what will be on your stage even before the D-Day.
That's the Black Sherif performance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was this, is it? Pragya on stage, yellow.
With MTN
number on it. I remember there was a day I had an event within the quadrangle of Ekwafoho. I actually knocked on the door of one of the brands and they refused. And then I had Tigo. Tigo those days, just Tigo. And then we had set up, and for me to see that there was another brand with their van trying to sell. The car was confiscated right on the spot. So there are things that, as brand promoters or people who deal with serious brands, you don't allow. You have the right to audit what comes on your stage. So knowing that, okay, he would come with maybe a Pragya, we should be interested in Calabain. You get it? Because you are dealing with Vodafone. So even if Pragya, I don't have a problem, but it should be a red Pragya or something not within the competitive stage. And there was also a phone number on it. And you have no idea the level of mileage that thing will attract. It will be on YouTube. It will travel all the mile without MTN spending a dime on that show. So for me, I feel it's a big a slander on the image of Charterhouse for not auditing. You know, we remember this guy telling us, Sadiq telling us that he knew what Black Sherif was going to do. It was
on stage
because that performance was even meant for SAC. So it means that there are some prior and there are rehearsals, right? So how come that a whole institution with 20 years more experience and you couldn't have just done this right? Honestly, it was one of the biggest dark spots on the evening, honestly speaking. Maybe people might not see the seriousness of it, but in business, it could even end up affecting the relationship between Vodafone and Charterhouse. If we take brands seriously.
Well,
I was
wanted
saying,
to say something.
they had signed a roaming agreement, MTN and Vodafone. So whilst on one hand, one could make the case for ambush marketing, some have also come out to say these two parties have signed a roaming agreement so that in areas where Vodafone is weaker, MTN takes over. In jurisdictions that MTN is also weaker, Vodafone takes over. So this does not take the sting out as much as it would prior to their signing their roaming agreement. So I just want to put that out there as well.
Right. So let's look at the performances on the night. I don't know what you make of the performance. You've spoken about Black Sherif, but performances in general.
Okay, good. Yeah. Honestly speaking, I wasn't impressed with Obrafour's performance. Maybe for me, I just like the fact that they gave us that nostalgic feeling of Obrafour and Tiny, and it was okay. But I felt they were off with their performance, and Obrafour was losing his breath. But honestly speaking, the performer of the day was Joe Mettle. His performance on the night was classy. His voice, top-notch. Someone who brought some kind of image or some artistic presence on the stage, let's say with some cultural balance, Stonebwoy, but he also overdragged the show. At a point, he became boring until he came to redeem the situation. Aside that too, I would say, when we talk about live band, honestly speaking, in this country, I tip Akwaboah and Samini as a prima donna of live bands. And Akwaboah being a virtuoso, performing a live band is no problem to that young chap. I feel if you know Akwaboah so well, if you are engaging Akwaboah for any show and he's not on live band, he's not performing. That is the standard he sets. So it's like he does it with so much alacrity, like umbrella. You get it. Others will struggle. Ohima Mercy, fantastic. So I feel, in generality, the performance of the day here, top notch, like they did well. And I like the fact that they added some touch to the stage. And, you know, it's always good to put some kind of fear in people in terms of competition. And I feel VGMA is waking up to some new ideas. And on the day, like, on that score, they did so well. And all artists who came on stage, apart from the ones I mentioned, some minuses on, they did fantastic.
Mistake.
Yeah. One would have thought that Mr. Drew and the FBS performance would have been the opening act to give it, set the tone right. But then trusting Obrafour and Tiny in to open, it seems, yes, they had worked together in the past, but both of them have not enjoyed that kind of, that level. And so trusting them together, the dynamics didn't gel. Even though we love them, two beloved artists. I was particularly enthralled by the performance rendered by Joe Metal and Niela. I'm really happy for Niela that she's getting the sunshine she deserves, including picking up the, the award she picked up. I liked Mayokun, Kim Promises, and Camilo's performance as well. Stonebwoy has to regulate his performances. He has the thing, but then he gives it away along the line and then tries to catch it again. It's like a football match where a team will start well and then they let the opposing side get a better part of them, and then when it's about match is about ending, then they struggle. I don't know why he does that. This has been happening for some time now, and for someone from the high grade camp, I would have thought by now he would have refined his craft. Kofi Kinata put in a brilliant performance, and of course Samini. I do not know who gets near him. Yes, Akwaboah is there as well, but the cheeky ease with which Samini performs on these stages is admirable. It's something. It's a delight to watch, and so these folks did well. I don't know whether it's fatigue that's setting for Black Sherif. I think he has to pay attention to his live performances. It's not looking too good. Even when he went to Nigeria, I thought maybe, it's just one of those things. But I think he needs to pay attention. If he needs the services of people to groom him, so that because he has a brilliant voice, a voice that touches the soul. And if he could master live performances, this guy can demand a huge sum of money for performances, and it's something you should look at.
Rumi, what do you make of the MCs on the night?
I think
Bella, Giovanni, and Sikose on the side.
This year, honestly speaking,
You watched the industry awards too?
Yeah, I did.
That was AJ Sapon and
AJ Sapon on the day was classy. Edem also brought another vibe to the presentation, and the talk was a bit minimal. It was straight to the point interview, but there's a lot of too much talking because maybe it was passing from one to the other, and I felt that the essence of the red carpet should be within frame, but people get overexcited and then they prolong the discussion. But one thing I admire has to do with the presence of Sewami here. When she meets Abna Koko on the red carpet, and you already know the level of feud that hangs between them. But she took that kind of professionalism stance and then maintained her cool and just ran her interview on that normal level, and you realize that she's coming of age. That otherwise, the usual women emotional stuff. She didn't bring that to the fore, and that was fantastic. But Sikawase and Giovanni, I think this year, they were nowhere close to what they did last year. This year, I would say if I rated them 8 or 9% last year, this year they are within 6, 7. Their performance, honestly, to me, this year wasn't so much like last year.
Mistake, were you impressed with the red carpet? What the ladies and gentlemen wore to the event?
It was in 2009 that Vodafone decided to, or Charterhouse decided to give Samini and then Obuo the opportunity to co-host alongside Denta. After Kwame Sefakai had hosted for about 8 years, and people had gotten tired. And so when I saw Edem as one who had been penned down to also partner AJ, I waited to see how it would pan out. You could see the jitters were there for Edem, even though he had the goose. But some of these things, it takes time to build the confidence. As AJ herself, when she started, the jitters were palpable. But over time, I think she stands the best chance of wearing Sefakai's boot as one Vodafone or Charterhouse banks their MCing hopes on. She's done it for some time now, and I think the coming years, she would even get better. For Edem, I have no fears. If they're able to keep faith with him, he's going to do brilliantly. Already he's very eloquent and very versatile. Giovanni, as our journalist said, had to come in with his humor. Of course, he's a humor merchant. And so when he was needed most, he had to bring his goods to bear to save the situation. Sikao said not so much. Bella Mundi more for her fashion on the night. I liked her golden, is it brown, when she donned that attire. My goodness. I loved every bit of it. Not so much the first one. I think the black one didn't sit well with people. But the second one, she really did it. And then the other ladies, I saw some other lady, I don't know her name. You know, I could see some melons.
What was she wearing?
I think something black.
Black?
Yeah.
I've seen that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
You know, but MCing could have been better, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible, yeah.
Nice one. So that's it. Romeo, is there something you wanted to add? We want to go for the break, then we'll talk about the awards.
Oh, not necessarily, but I feel with the red carpet, it got to a point others were not getting the attention they deserved, as if depending on the level of friendship, the interaction becomes longer, and others felt left alone. People had more.
I mean, that one, for me, I don't know, but if I'm interviewing you and you are not giving me
the vibe,
I must as well just cut it short and then. Because it's content and people want to watch and enjoy. Exactly. So if you are giving me a negative vibe, we just do some 2 seconds and then we go. So, Anna Black.
No. The vibe dictates how.
Yeah, nice. So, let's go for a break. When we return, we'll talk about the awards proper. Who won what? And I'm sure. Also, I will feel if you are out to say, oh, your boy, I say, how? So you know that definitely. This one, dear, there was none other to pick the award than this very person. So a quick break and then we'll talk about the awards. Welcome back. It's the final lap Bloggers Forum on GhanaWeb TV. We are doing our own analysis of the 23rd edition of the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. So as I mentioned earlier, there was the Industry Awards on May 6th and then the main event on May 7th. Here are the winners for the Industry Awards. Best Instrumentalist went to Joshua Moisey. Best Music Video of the Year, Bosom Piyon. Songwriter of the Year, Fameye. Unsung went to Gambo. Best Female Vocal Performance, Niela. Best Male Vocal Performance, Kwesi P. Music for Good went to Stonebwoy. Producer of the Year, Emoji Beat. African Artist of the Year, Wizkid. Best Traditional Artist of the Year, Ni Tetete. And then the Lifetime Achievement Award went to Ejako Nimo. As for the, full list of the the main event in the Ewa, so time will not allow us to, run you through. But we all know Artist of the Year went to KiDi. Best New Artist of the Year went to Black Sherif. Rapper of Best Rap Performance went to Lyrical Joe. And, Gospel Song, Romeo Adam Funenu Joe Metal. So it went to Otimimu, Ohima Messi. If you want the full list of the winners, log on to www.GhanaWeb.com. 23rd edition of Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. You'll find the winners there. Romeo, definitely we'll talk about new artists, we'll talk about most popular song, we'll talk about Artist of the Year, and then rap performance. But which category would you want to touch on before we do these four?
Gospel Artist of the Year.
And that one went to Joe Metal.
Yeah, and yes. It has always been a big reservation for me that Joe didn't deserve that award. And the auditorium gave me a feedback that buttressed my assertion that he wasn't meant for that award, that category, in terms of even winning it. And when he received, if you check the demeanor or the feedback from people within the auditorium, when someone receives an award and the person overwhelmingly deserves it, you feel the cheers. But when Joe received it, honestly speaking, the auditorium wasn't that gleeful. And whoever watched, or if you didn't pay attention, go back and watch again. It tells you, apart from his performance that day, you see, when it's A, you say it's A. He did well his performance, but the award, he didn't deserve it. And I feel Ohima Messi, like Otimemu, was all over with MOG, like the collaboration they won. They even won the Gospel Song of the Year. So what prevented her from not winning the Gospel Artist of the Year? And you ask, how come Joe Metal end up winning Gospel Artist of the Year? It's unfathomable. Like Ujiwa,
what did Ohima Messi do that makes you think she deserves it?
Okay, if you're going for song, which of course her song Otimemu won the Gospel Song of the Year, Ohima Messi has worked year under review, like she's been all over. I've been saying that Yobu Ami is a good song, but it has not covered as much as Ohima Messi's Otimemu, and even that of, what do we call it, the works of Celestine Donko. So Joe's award that night, honestly speaking, was meant for one of these ladies, especially Ohima Messi. So it's an award, it's one of the awards that I was against, but against all odds. The other ones, whoever won it, if Black Sherif had even won Artist of the Year, it's not debatable, because his works are out there. He's worked so much. He's not the only artist to come as a new artist and end up winning Artist of the Year. Sarkodie did that. So anyone amongst certain lists winning was okay, but that particular award won by Joe Metal, honestly speaking, he didn't deserve it.
Black.
Yeah. Award schemes come with controversy. Some reckon that if Dana Hamilton and Joe Metal are in contention, they are likely to win in whatever categories they are at the VGMAs. I know many have tired Dinah also winning so many awards. But, well, I would like to, I observed that this year, it seems the awards were shared, let me say, equitably. 2-1, with the exception of KiDi, who won about 5 awards, and then Stonebwoy, who got about 3 awards. It seems the rest, J2, now they're chalky. Jebakon, DDP. So you see that this year, the artists themselves are not up in arms. Because Lyrical Joe when the three music didn't go well, this guy is as if he nearly gave up music. Say, "Dear Bion Naminya, a dear Bion Naminya, I'm going to say, me bomb me humode." And yeah, man, VGMA, you say, "Oh, the Tahokuchu," and then it isn't a bad. One or two others could have also won that category, but I'm happy for Lyrical Joe. If he was about giving up music, this should, give him a second look. I was very delighted with Niele's female vocal performance win. That girl is one to watch for the future, or that lady is one to watch for the future. And so I was delighted. I was happy with Greedy Men picking up the Green Award. That's Vodafone going to pay him some money. And then TV3 also partnering the scheme for good music as well. And then upon his return, after his surgeon, he also picks the Reggae Artiste Award. So a good outing for the Beam Lord. We hope that the Def Jam signing will also bring more good tidings for him. With the others, I would have expected CK to win for the Best African Artist. His music, I felt, was quite, had traveled many miles, but then Wizkid is Wizkid, and so he picked that one. Regarding the male vocal performance, as Romeo has said, Black Sherif's Gold Digger was a good contender, but then as a new art, for male vocal performance, I think Kwesi P picked that one, and I was delighted with that one as well, because often our veteran artists feel or become disillusioned that after some time they are just thrown away into the corner of history, that they cannot even get a whiff of the VGMA stage, much more to talk about even winning. They don't even get a chance to be invited to even perform. So when I saw that Kwesi P has killed this all, I was really delighted.
That's not entirely correct, because there have been instances where I've forgotten which year it was, but it's not been 5 years, where there was a part of the performance that was old school. We had Aketechi on stage, a whole lot of people.
But those are the exceptions.
Unless I'm misunderstanding.
That's the exception. But what is the norm? When was the last time you saw Obrafo mounting a VGMA stage? When was the last time you saw Tiny? When was the last time you saw Lord Kenya? When was the last time you saw those who really...
So who is there a disconnect? And if there is, who is the cause?
Artists complain of this. Actresses, actors complain of this. The thing with the Ghanaian society is we tire. I'm out for who flow in them. So after some time, no more bashing, yeshka, fame, enjoy. That's the thing. So after a while, even through no fault of yours, it is only few people who have defied that odds, like Samini. And Samini is a rare breed, because from his class, it seems it's only he and maybe one or two others. Other than that, all of them, I'm a bashing. Book back, I'm bashing. All the others are bashing. And so I'm delighted Kwesi P has been able to stage such it's a huge comeback for him, and I was very much delighted with that one.
I'm sure Romeo will have very little to say about the best new artist, because he was actually rooting for Black Sherif to win, and he won.
You see, when it's obvious, there's no debate about it. But maybe I think some of these award schemes, they just create that caveat for more discussions. So that at least today we are talking about certain things. If it had been 100% or maybe sort of so excellent without blemish, maybe the discussions would have been minimal. But they create such... It could also be so deserving, and we still have more to talk about. That's what I feel. But Black Sherif, honestly speaking, if he was even in 10 categories, he could have won all. Maybe, like you said, maybe they just wanted to ensure some level of respect and equity so that everyone's work is appreciated. Otherwise, I don't know if it was VIP. One song was able to sweep like multiple awards. So if Black's what it was, second sermon, first sermon, all these tracks are even being played on international stages, even when he's even sleeping in bed. It tells you the mileage is enjoyed. So he could have won everything he was competing in. But I think to some extent, it leaves an avenue for competition so that he doesn't feel too relaxed and complacent in working harder. So to some extent, I don't mind. But when people have worked so hard and they deserve and it's given to others, that's where, for me, I come to point out. But Black Sherif was so deserving on the night.
Best rap performance went to Lyrical Joe, 5th August 5. Deserving?
Yeah. As I said,
he was in the same category with Sarkodie, Rollies and Cigars, The Throne, Amrado, Wudini Anthem, Obibini, Last Verse, Strongman, and Wontia CT Flow.
Sometimes, just with football matches, and a timely save, a quick tackle, or a last gasp goal can change the fortunes of a team.
Suarez.
Exactly. else Black Stars would have been the first African team in the semi-final. So for Lyrical Joe, I think this was timely because I feared when I listened to him speak with Otman said the man was broken and I don't know what could have happened. So I'm happy he got this one. I mean, at least G1, you know, and then life continues. So and he's put in the work as well. So yeah.
And Amrado, who many take to win, has congratulated.
Exactly, you have to. You have to. That's good sportsmanship. Yeah.
Romeo, you want to say something?
Yeah, I think with the rap category, we don't usually have so much rap contests within the space. So people try to judge the prowess of some rappers through beefs. And you realize that, what do we call it, Obibini and Amrado, that beef was a beef of the year. So I was thinking one of them should have come top. And I think on that score, in terms of the beef, it was Obibini. So if there was going to be a crowning moment for a rap king in terms of year under review, I was tipping Obibini. However, it's just not within the battle aspect that people who have played with words in terms of in their songs that you would even have to sit deep to understand the rap, just like Manifest and others. So for me, the rap game, I think the rappers should define themselves. They should do more rap stuff. And then it shouldn't be known that, yes, we know maybe, what do we call it, Sarkodie is a good rapper. It's not automatic that because he's a good rapper, every year he should be in the category. Maybe there should be year under review that Sarkodie did not even make the rapper of the year list because there were 2, 3, 4 guys whose work under review like carried more punches. So maybe next time, maybe Lyrical Joe, Obibini, and just Amrado, or maybe Strongman, just in the category without Sarkodie. So Sarkodie also be pinched to realize that, hey, people are knocking. But it shouldn't be automatic for everybody because the person like is sort of a heavyweight rapper. Shouldn't just always be in if his work is not deserving.
I see. Vodafone Most Popular Song of the Year. That's a category that had like 12 nominees. I'm sure it was tough for the board because all the songs in there, Slow Down by Can Promise, Otimimu Wahima Messi featuring Emoji, Kwame Kwame featuring Kwame Eugene, Forever Remix, Jackie featuring Omale, Jemapel, that's Dakon Vibes featuring Davido, Second Sermon, Black Sherif, Dollar on You, Kwame Eugene, Yeobu Amijo Metal. Anytime I mention Yeobu Ami, then Romeo smile. Praise from Fameye, Icho Sefa, Mood, Dr. Drew, and KiDi won with Touch It. Romeo.
I think I predicted that award as in that category. And I was thinking if Black Sherif was there and KiDi was there, he could have won. And Jackie's song, because of that feature with Omale, I think she also enjoyed some vast mileage. Yeah. So KiDi winning it, I was telling you that I was monitoring some international fronts like India, Pakistan, and Touch It was all over. Yeah. So it
was a big song.
Exactly, you can't contest it. But when you tell me about Yobo, I'm in that category.
Oh.
You see, no, you see, I said, yeah, why are they fine now? They are to me. Exactly. It's you shouldn't always try to satisfy some people at all costs. You see, all the if you check the category, these are heavyweights. And if you are mentioning heavyweights, you don't add bantamweights.
Vodafone most popular song.
Touch It. I can't fault it. I can't fault it. So, KiDi, you see that this session, Kwame Eugene had laid back. You see that that's the scheme. These Lanes guys are not joking. They have this on rotation. You see that this scheme, this session, they told Kwame, relax for your brother. Let him go and then bring it home.
No, I disagree.
And then, you know,
that is his assertion.
No.
It is not a fact.
This is my.
No, but actually, if you look at the way things work,
this is how they play it.
Because Kwame Eugene has won Artist of the Year before. So
their releases,
like
the time they release, the timing they do, everything.
Yeah,
the publicity,
it's like,
they release. Exactly.
Now we release.
Exactly. So this session is for KiDi, and you see that Kwame Atachuku. And then Baba Sadiq was saying he's listening to his new album, and then when it's released, this guy is going to take over Africa. So now that KiDi has gotten his KiDi Beshin, Kwame, it's your turn.
Kwame's album Rags to Riches.
Exactly. So I mean, these guys, they are not playing. So, but Touch It, I mean, that was a banger. One thing I have to say is Songwriter of the Year, Praise, Famille. Such a delightful tune. The ingredients.
Kenyatta has congratulated him as well.
The ingredients.
No, Kenyatta had four. He was
he's broken.
You see that he's broken. When the person is deserving of the award, it resonates like it's natural. It's felt all over, and that is how it's supposed to be. And for once, I was trying to classify the good writers, and I had Akwabwa, Kenyatta and Famia in my books. You know, Famia is walking the path of Okonfo Kwade, who was loved by even non-hip life people and even the aged and the whole lot. He tells the story, and our stories are enjoyed most from that emotional point of view. The hassles, the struggles. Those were the avenues where Sarkodie punched his raps for people to align with him, and he became the darling boy. And Famia is telling people's story day in, day out in his songs. And Praise was one fantastic thing he did.
We have 3 minutes.
It's not debatable.
3 minutes to do this. Artist of the Year can promise Kwame Eugene, Sarkodie, Black Sherif, KiDi, Jometo, and KiDi won. Black.
Who I feel sorry for is King Promise. I think he was nominated in 5 categories and got nothing. I mean, that's serious.
Yeah. Which year did...
medical.
Medical, yeah. 7 nominations.
Charlie, I was like, God damn, King Promise, come on, what's happening?
No, but the categories were tough.
Was tough.
And if you see the categories and then the winners, sometimes
you can't
there's nothing to say. Because Artist of the Year, which other? Male vocalist, which Kwesi won. Afrobeat, Afro-pop Artist of the Year, which went to KiDi.
KiDi was his nemesis.
Yeah.
See, Abrantepa, if henceforth, if any DJ tells me that they can't exhaust, they can't use just Ghanaian playlists for a whole show, even if it's 10 hours, I feel they are being unjust to the Ghanaian arts.
Sometimes maybe you want to spice it.
Exactly. Maybe once in a while you pass through with maybe a Davido song. That's fine because it's allowed. But that percentage, 70%, 80%, you have it. See, this is one of the toughest categorization in terms of Ghanaian music. Yeah. Or like all my life that I've seen. It's difficult that you see good songs, not even... You don't feel the slightest disappointment that this person didn't win in this category because, you know, this one was also a notch higher. You get it? And this is where timing is key. People have good songs, but they try to monitor the waves, airwaves, to realize, okay, this guy is doing well. Let me check his view on YouTube. Maybe he's doing this. If I release, am I going to match up? If not,
I'll drown.
Hold it. But people just want to float. So they just release up, and then it gets to a point when people are not getting big releases, you've already thrown away a big hit. So you can't bring it back. So that's why some artists are very tactical. They know when to drop it. And I'm telling you, see, nobody should be deceived that KiDi is going to lie low. Because, what do we call it? Kwame Eugene is coming up with rags to riches. KiDi... Is it?
That would have been my next question. Actually,
exactly.
Because sometimes
KiDi is molded differently, and his
when they
demeanor.
win Artist of the Year, the subsequent year there is
whether you can retain it.
No, but I don't see that coming with KiDi. See, if you check last year, he could have won this Artist of the Year back to back. But he didn't win the Artist of the Year.
Yeah, he bounced back.
He bounced back. He won series of awards last year, and even 3 music awards he won. And then this time around he has won. And I'm telling you that if you check KiDi's commitment to his art, he's not someone who is going to relent on his oars because he's won. No. And mind you, he's going to even challenge himself, and it's going to be difficult for others to beat KiDi.
Like I asked my colleagues, what will be your ratings? VGMA, quick one.
This year I'll give them 6 over 10.
6 over 10. Romeo?
For award winners, those who like proper award winners, I would say, apart from, if not for Jometo, maybe I would have given them 9. But for Jometo winning that category, which I'm not happy with, I'm scoring them 7.
Jometo Nkwana to Omaba 7.
Yes,
from 9 to 7.
I feel that. No, I feel that proper. There should be fairness in all facets of our national lives.
Okay.
So when you are doing then the entire event, apart from some hitches and stuff, for me, I'll score them 8 because they can't be perfect. But they should still look at that space to grow beyond some of the hitches we experienced in this year's VGMA.
Okay. That's McDonald Nanaya Asari, aka Romeo, event organizer, artist manager, and a politician, Madina Social Welfare Assemblyman. You also heard the views of Black Pepper, aka the Mystic Mike, is with blackpepper.com. Emmanuel Efilino Rough. This almost say, oh boy, Juma. Mate. Thanks to Kwame Adong, to Richard Vanderpoy, to Bernard Labi, Same, Rabna Everett, LC for the production, and also Amabruni. We shall be back some other time with yet another insightful and riveting edition of Bloggers Forum. Thank you for watching the show. I am Benefo Boabin Abrantipa.